On the windswept plains of southern England stands one of humanity's oldest and most profound mysteries, a monument of stone and silence, built to outlast time itself. This is Stonehenge. For centuries, we've gazed upon these ancient megaliths and asked the same questions. Why was it built? And how did a civilization from over 5,000 years ago achieve such breathtaking astronomical precision? Was Stonehenge a temple? A celestial observatory? Or was it a bridge between the heavens and the earth, a sacred space where our ancestors could commune with the cosmos? Today, we journey back in time to explore the secrets locked within these stones, peeling back the layers of history to uncover the truth about this enigmatic wonder. Let's begin our journey 5,000 years ago, long before the iconic stone circles were erected. The story of Stonehenge doesn't start with massive sarcens, but with earth and timber. The earliest phase, known as Stonehenge Thwir, was a large circular earthwork, a ditch and a bank, enclosing a ring of 56 pits. These pits, now named the Aubrey Holes after their 17th century discoverer, weren't just random holes. Many contained cremated human remains, suggesting this site was a place of reverence, a sacred burial ground from its very inception. It was a place for the dead, a memorial aligned not yet with the sun, but perhaps with the cycles of the moon, marking the passage of time and life. This initial structure tells us that from the very beginning, Stonehenge was a place deeply connected to the cycle of life and death, a fundamental concern for any society. Around 2500 BCE, a monumental transformation began. The first stones arrived, not the colossal sarcens we see today, but smaller bluestones, each weighing several tons. And here lies one of Stonehenge's greatest puzzles. Geological analysis has proven that these bluestones were quarried from the Preseli Hills in Wales, over 150 miles away. Imagine the sheer determination and ingenuity required to transport these massive stones across rugged terrain, over land and water, without the aid of modern technology. Why go to such extraordinary lengths? It's believed these stones were considered to have healing or magical properties. They weren't just building materials, they were sacred objects, infused with ancestral power, brought to this special place to create a unique and powerful sanctuary. This incredible feat of engineering speaks volumes about the spiritual significance of the project. This wasn't just construction, it was a pilgrimage of stone. Then came the giants. Around 2300 BCE, the landscape of Stonehenge was forever changed by the arrival of the massive sarsen stones. Quarried from the Marlborough Downs, about 20 miles to the north, these behemoths weighed up to 50 tons each. The builders shaped them with incredible skill, using stone mauls to pound them into their rectangular forms. They created sophisticated joints, mortise and tenon, tongue and groove, the kind you'd expect from master carpenters, but executed in solid rock. This allowed them to lock the upright stones to the horizontal lintels, creating the iconic trilithons and the outer circle. The most famous of these formations is the Great Trilithon, perfectly framing the sunrise on the summer solstice and the sunset on the winter solstice. This architectural marvel turned Stonehenge from a burial ground into a grand astronomical instrument, a calendar etched in stone. So, how did this ancient calendar work? The genius of Stonehenge lies in its alignment. If you stand in the center of the circle on the longest day of the year, the summer solstice, you will see the sun rise directly over the heelstone, a solitary monolith standing just outside the main circle. Conversely, on the shortest day, the winter solstice, the setting sun aligns perfectly through the heart of the monument. These aren't coincidences. For a Neolithic farming community, tracking the seasons was a matter of survival. The solstices signaled when to plant crops, when to harvest, and when to prepare for the lean winter months. Stonehenge was their clock, their calendar, and their guide, connecting the daily lives of the people on the ground to the grand, predictable rhythms of the cosmos. It was a tool that provided order and predictability in a world of uncertainty. But Stonehenge was more than just a farmer's almanac. The sheer scale and effort involved suggest a deeper spiritual purpose. The winter solstice, in particular, seems to have been a time of great importance. Archaeological evidence points to massive feasts taking place here during midwinter. Vast quantities of pig and cattle bones have been found, indicating that people traveled from all over Britain, gathering to celebrate. Why? The winter solstice marks the turning point of the year, the moment when the days stop getting shorter and the light begins to return. It was a festival of hope, a celebration of rebirth, and the promise of new life. In the darkest, coldest time of year, Stonehenge became a beacon of light, a place where the community came together to reaffirm their connection to the sun and the cyclical nature of existence. It was a temple to the sun, a place of feasting, ritual, and renewal. Who were these master builders, these ancient astronomers? For a long time, the builders were thought to be the Druids, the Celtic priests of a much later era. But modern archaeology has debunked this myth. The people who built Stonehenge were Neolithic and Bronze Age communities, farmers and herders who possessed a sophisticated understanding of engineering, astronomy, and social organization. We may not know their names, but we can see their legacy in the stones. The remains found at nearby Durrington Walls, a large settlement believed to have housed the builders, give us a glimpse into their lives. They were a well-organized society, capable of mobilizing thousands of people to work on a single sacred project that spanned generations. They weren't slaves. They were participants in a deeply meaningful spiritual endeavor. Stonehenge is a testament to their collective faith, their shared vision, and their incredible human ingenuity. As the centuries passed, the use of Stonehenge began to decline. New cultures, new beliefs, and new metals like bronze and iron shifted the centers of power and religion. The great monument slowly fell silent, its original purpose fading from memory, becoming the stuff of legend and myth. It became associated with King Arthur, with Merlin the magician, and with giants. While these stories are not historically accurate, they speak to the enduring power of Stonehenge to capture the human imagination. It became a place of mystery, a silent witness to the rise and fall of civilizations. Even in its quiet state, it never lost its aura of sacredness, its ability to inspire awe and wonder in all who beheld it. Today, Stonehenge continues to be a site of immense spiritual and cultural significance. Each year, thousands gather to witness the solstices, just as people did millennia ago. Scientists and archaeologists continue to study the stones, using cutting-edge technology to uncover new secrets. Ground-penetrating radar has revealed hidden structures beneath the soil, suggesting the monument we see is only part of a much larger sacred landscape. Stonehenge is not a dead ruin. It is a living mystery, constantly revealing new facets of its incredible story. It reminds us that our ancestors were not primitive, but intelligent, creative, and deeply connected to the world around them. They sought to understand their place in the universe and left behind this enduring message in stone, a message that still resonates with us today. So, Stonehenge was not just one thing. It was a cemetery, a temple, a calendar, and an astronomical observatory. It was a place of healing, a center for community, and a monument to the enduring cycle of life, death, and rebirth. It stands as a powerful symbol of human perseverance, our timeless quest for meaning, and our deep-seated need to connect with something larger than ourselves. As the sun rises and sets over these ancient stones, we are reminded that while empires fall and languages fade, some things, like the silent wisdom of the stones and the turning of the heavens, are eternal. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through time. What do you think was the primary purpose of Stonehenge? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this exploration into the past, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the world's greatest mysteries. We'll see you in the next one.